Good time zone, good mammals.
Hello, friends.
Hello and welcome on in. Good to see you. And Neon Rain, thank you for being here for, it looks like 58
months.
58 months. That's the 5
Whoa.
and the 8. Thank you.
And handsome Jessica, welcome back for 59 months.
That's the 5 and the 9. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome to our Good Mammal stream.
Yes, but Amelia, what is a good mammal stream? What does it even mean, good mammal? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, why don't you explain, since it was your idea initially, and I think that you have a great explanation.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Chicken. Thank you. And Deviant Badger is also a good mammal. Chicken, thank you for the love. Oh, yes. We came up with some interpretive dances for all of you.
Yeah.
Chicken got a rather obvious one. Right on the beak, you know. And Atlas Moth, welcome back for 5 months. Thank you. Deviant Badger is back for 58 months.
Welcome back.
Let me tell you a little bit about what Good Mammal's all about.
Tell us the story, Brian.
I'll tell you a brief story. Basically, we all met through this game called something about becoming human, some sort of robots that were like really human-like, getting all human-y on us. And we've talked about, like, you know, empathy and human emotion and our human experience a lot on the stream when we play through different games. And a lot of times those are some of the best parts of the stream, in my humble opinion. So we will be dedicating an entire stream today to talking about basically the concept of how do we live our best lives? How do we not get along as just humans, but as mammals?
Mammals, because friend.
You're a mammal.
You are a mammal.
More than that, you're a primate. More than that, you have a large brain relative to your body size. You have hands capable of grasping, many of us. You use your vision, many of us, instead of smell. We have complex social relationships. We use tools. One of the tools we talked about using was communicating our emotions. We talked about gratitude as a tool. Yeah, so each one of our Good Mammal streams, we've been focusing on a different aspect of how to be a good mammal, how to live our best lives and to take care of ourselves. And so the very first stream that we did, we focused on gratitude as a tool for overcoming jealousy and comparison. Envy. The internet life. You know? And then we talked about how to set healthy boundaries and how that helps with forming relationships and maintaining positive relationships and your own mental health and good vibes. We talked about, what else did we talk about? We talked about our emotions and how to understand our emotions and how complex they are. And if we are in touch with our emotions, then we can better communicate with ourselves and with other people about how we're feeling and not to get stuck in a certain emotion. And it seems like all of these things tie back to the concept of taking care of ourselves. So when Amelia and I were talking about what should we do next, where do we go from here, was basically we need to come up with a list of tools or even a routine, a schedule for ourselves so that we can basically have some resources and things to tap in on that will help us to take care of ourselves. Yeah. I'm going to be right back. And I am going to say happy birthday to Grace Kami. Thank you, Grace Kami. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Thank you for hanging out with us. And Susie the Nose, thank you for the 8 gifted subs. Susie! Appreciate the awesome support. Thank you, my friends. Appreciate you being here. I'm gonna step away for just 1 second. Be right back. Yeah. So I'm curious who here has joined a previous Good Mammal stream and what were we talking about? And who is here for the very, very first time? Let me know. Let me know. All of them, Crispy Cactus. That's awesome. All of them. Setting boundaries. You've seen all of them. You've been here the whole time. First timer. Hey, Night Owl. Thanks for joining our Good Mammal stream. Jesus says it's their first time watching. All of them. Bluey Nip is here for the first time. Oh, we have a lot of first timers and a good amount of people who have been here for all of our Good Mammal streams. Yay! Well, that makes me really happy. I personally love these streams. Each time we have done one afterwards, I just feel way more in tune with myself and more grounded. And yeah, I feel good. I feel really good. So today we're going to focus on
on self-care. So I'm curious, what does self-care mean to you? When I say self-care, you say what? When I say self-care, you say treat yourself. Hip hip hooray. Skincare routine. Taking a step back when you need to. Hygiene. It's got the juice. Taking care of yourself. Resting. Listening to yourself. Sleeping. Making yourself comfortable. A bubble bath. Loving yourself. Cuddling your cat. Taking yourself out on a date. I love that. Shaving your legs. Charging your batteries. Going outside. Sleeping. Understanding yourself. Listening to music, buying yourself flowers, giving a gift to yourself, painting, prioritizing your own needs, cleaning your space, drinking some water, drawing, making sure you're part of a group. All of this sounds great. I fully agree with all of these things. So now I have another question. Do you think that you take good care of yourself? Is this something that comes easily to you? Is this something that you're working on? Is this something that you really need to put a lot of focus on? Sometimes, not enough. Nope, not always. You're working on it. Not really. Terrible. Working on it. No. Working on it. It's getting. So I see a lot of people saying either no or you're working on it. So that's good. We have to start somewhere, right? Well, I have to say that all of the things that you were listing of ways to take care of yourself, what that means to you, sounded really awesome. So maybe we can all put more attention towards taking care of ourselves, because the explanations that y'all gave were pretty cool. So today we're going to talk about different ideas of how we can take care of ourselves and give ourselves some extra love, because all of the things that we have been talking about with being able to set boundaries, overcoming loneliness, understanding our emotions, all of that stuff has tied back to self-care and making sure that we are prioritizing ourselves first, making sure we're not pouring from an empty cup. And yeah, so I'm excited to talk about that today. I feel like I've been getting better at taking care of myself. It is definitely something that I didn't quite prioritize for a long time until more recently.
Hello.
So, yeah. Okay, so I asked everybody what self-care means to them. And,
what does it even mean?
And they shouted out some really awesome ideas of putting themselves first, taking a bubble bath, taking
time for yourself if you need some time,
going outside, a whole bunch of really good painting, relaxing, recharging your batteries, spending time outside. And then
Sounds
I asked,
like making time for number one.
Yeah. And then I asked, how much do you think you are, where do you feel like you are with self-care? Is it something you're working on? Are you very confident with it? Or do you not prioritize it enough?
Well,
and it seemed that most people were saying that they're working on it or they do not prioritize it enough.
Yeah, I think it's easy for me to say or like think about. Like I'm on board with the concept of self-care, but then when it comes to actually doing it, I'm torn between the thing I'm supposed to do and then the thing that I probably ought to do for myself, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Does it? Like, I don't know about you. We talked about being a people pleaser on the last stream and the concept that we are also people, you know, like we can also have ourselves to be pleased as well. And so I think that in that same kind of thing, there's kind of this outside idea of what am I supposed to do? What does the world need me to do? What's my boss want me to do? What's my teacher want me to do? My parents, right? My partner, as opposed to saying, you know,
what do I need?
What do I need?
Yeah.
If I was in charge of the show, what would be number one? So today you're all number one. You all just got a promotion to being the top of the food chain, you know?
Yeah. The top of the priority list.
Yeah. For sure. And Sweet Like Caramel, thank you for these cheers with Aiden Eli. Hello. And Captain Browncoat, welcome back for 17 months. Plot twist, you are in control. It was you were the protagonist all along.
You are the hero of your own story.
You're the hero of your own story, my friends.
Bird Dad is back for 58 months. Great to see you, Bird Dad.
So did you mention these little?
I have not.
little bits?
No, I
Okay,
wanted to wait for you.
So this is what I want y'all to join us with here today. These are some fun mindfulness cards that say be mindful every day.
I'm sorry, I have to.
Whoa.
I just needed. I didn't like the.
I like it that way. It's deviant.
No.
Okay.
There we go.
I don't know.
Self-love says things need to line up in the front.
For you, I suppose, but for me, this is self-love. That is so calming to me.
No.
Just so these mindful everyday cards are similar to things that exist, like a mindfulness calendar. I've seen mindfulness journals. And so what we're talking about today is we're going to use these as some good prompts, some discussion things. And then maybe we can come up with a little bit of, a Dechart game self-care routine.
Yeah.
A little agenda we could prescribe ourselves with,
We were thinking that what could be a fun thing to do is come up with a calendar, either a week calendar, or if we're feeling adventurous,
ambitious,
maybe a month calendar of different things that we can do each day of the week or each day of the month to give ourselves some self-care. A little assignment, a little homework. Yeah.
Since you're all in charge here now, you've all been promoted to number one. You should be able to handle one assignment.
Yeah.
I think the goal should be a 7-day calendar. Let's come up with 7 things, and then if we really accomplish that, we can grow our goal. One thing I have learned about goal setting, my instincts are always to set a really, really high goal that's almost impossible to achieve, and then I live in constant disappointment even though I'm being very productive.
Disappointed!
This is not my world. So a trick I've learned for goal setting is to cut those goals in half or break them into parts so that you can get that sense of building momentum along the way, right?
And sense of accomplishment because you've checked off a whole bunch of smaller goals.
Yes, it really helps me to set a goal and then accomplish it and then move on and set a bigger goal and a bigger goal. And sometimes I go too big too soon with the goals.
Flowery Chan says sometimes they find it hard to set goals.
Yeah, well, a good goal is specific, right? So we can decide whether or not it is achieved. So if I just I'm gonna have a good day.
Yeah.
That's a good goal, but it's not really that achievable. So if I have to define what makes a good day. So for me, it might be something that is productive, right? I might feel like I got some work done. I might feel like I had some social element to my day, right?
Yeah.
But the goal itself needs to be able to be quantified. I want to go to the gym 3 times a week. What?
Hey. Real Clue says, okay, SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to copy this.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, right? So if it's not a specific goal, right? That's, I guess, what I was getting at. Is it's too general. How do you even work towards it? How do you break it into pieces and get closer to it? If it's not measurable, right? I'm going to do this 1,000 times, or I'm going to do something twice today, right? Or I'm going to do something for 30 minutes. So that's a way to define and measure the goal. If it's achievable, that's where I get stuck. Is I go like, okay, I'm gonna stream 100 hours today, right? You just literally can't do it. No. It's just not a doable thing. And sometimes I make the goal too big compared to the other goals that I've set. So I made a little move. Now I'm gonna make a giant leap.
Or that the goal is out of your control. You don't want it to be something that you don't actually have control over. Like, for example, I'm gonna book a series regular on a TV show. I have no control over that. I can try, but it really it is not up to me whether or not that's gonna happen. Because it's in somebody else's control. So making sure that your goals are within your control.
And importantly, are they relevant? Do you even really want that goal? Sometimes I've had goals that I'm like, I'm going to do this every day. And then after I've done it for a bunch of days, I'm like, I don't even care about that. Why did I make that such a big part of my, where my attention went? So it's got to be also relevant. And then time bound. You got to give yourself a timeline. Is this a goal that I'm setting for today? Is this a goal that I'm setting for this week? Is this a goal that I'm setting for this month, for this year, for 5 years? I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty good at the goal for today, and I'm pretty good at goals over like a really long time. But where I get lost is this middle ground in between, where it's like, I don't really know what 5 years out looks like. What is 10 years from now like? So the goal I'm working on, the goals I'm getting better at are the ones that are in the middle zone.
Yeah, in the middle.
But let's stick to the topic of self-care. But our goal for today, let's make it specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Time-bound. By the end of the stream today, that's our goal. Okay, that's our timeline. Our specific goal is that we're going to come up with 7 self-care things that we all think are priorities, or enough of us think are priorities to put on the list. So we're going to measure all 7 of them. I think that's achievable. Would you say that's achievable, Amelia?
Yeah, I think so.
What's going on?
I'm going to get a little sushi thing so I can write some stuff down.
Sushi journal.
Yep.
Good to go. Going to need a pen. And is that relevant? Do you think self-care is relevant? We have to all decide that it's important enough for us to even work on a goal like that. I think that's achievable, relevant, time-bound, measurable, specific. Yeah, I think that's a good goal. And then once we accomplish our goal of 7 awesome things for a self-care routine, then we can get crazy about making it into a month.
Okay. Do you like my pants?
Behold.
These are elephant pants.
Yeah.
They're great. I love them.
They're
Specifically for very hot days.
She loves them.
I do.
It's Noah. Thank you for the gifted sub to the Mysterious Lemon. Thank you, Mysterious Lemon. And that's very nice.
That's very nice.
Thank you so much for being here. Big-brained mammals, unite. Thank you for 6 months of support.
It is Noah 800. Thank you so much for subscribing.
And Jax 3379. Welcome back for 61 months. Let's get some love to our mods and our lieutenants right here real quick. Thank you, mods. Thank you, lieutenants. Appreciate you helping out on Discord and chat.
Ned Stark, thanks for being here.
Ned Stark, welcome. I've seen it said before we jump into the self-care thing.
Yeah.
And the difference, we should talk about maybe the difference between self-care and therapy. Something can be therapeutic, right? Which means it's like therapy. It has therapeutic effects on us. It might make us feel better or lighter or more relaxed, more in control, more, aware of our circumstances. But therapy itself is something entirely different. So we are looking into doing in the next week or two a stream with a therapist, an actual therapist on the stream, because Amelia and I are streamers. We are not certified mental health professionals. We are not therapists. We are not counselors. We are not life coaches. We are actors who have to deal with this shit too. So what we're doing is sharing some behind the scenes look at how it is we wrap our minds around this stuff. But this is not therapy. Say it with me, team. What is this not?
This isn't therapy.
No.
This is self-care.
Yes, this is self-care. Therapy is out there, though. And therapy is an excellent resource. And there are some folks out there who are such wonderful beings that they have dedicated their lives to being great therapists and taking care of their clients and being a very important part of a lot of people's lives. So we do want to champion therapy, and we want to champion therapists and people taking care of their own mental health. But this is a version of what can we do kind of at home. This is the homegrown self-care therapeutic vibes.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate that you find this therapeutic. And I want to give you all thumbs up, because you're doing something already just by being here and participating in the discussion. You're already doing something to take care of yourself. Yeah. So that's great. That's great. But this is just a bunch of people talking about how they experience life together. Zeldrizes, welcome back, 31 months. And
Welcome
Jesus
back.
Harrier, thank you for being here and subscribing. Welcome aboard. So, Amelia, these cards.
Yeah.
Let's get into them.
All right.
These are daily mindfulness cards. Should we do them at total random, and then we can just discuss them as we go and see what comes to mind for some folks?
And then we can start to focus on that 7-day week block and putting different tasks or assignments for each day.
Yeah, so we'll pull this out. Let's kind of do a flyby in the first hour or the next half an hour, and pull up a bunch of ones, and then if there's one that you really like, make a mental note of it, okay? And we're gonna pull it on over. All right. You want to pull a card? Any card?
Yeah,
Pick a
I'm
card.
gonna just do a flyby.
Look at her flying by. Is it convincing that she's flying? All right. What's it say, babe? What's it say? What's the word?
It says, Create a playlist for all of your moods.
Oh,
Music can be uplifting and help you to unwind. It also can trigger emotional responses and release memories.
I like that a lot.
Yes.
Ooh, a good playlist. I mean, we've done this before on social media. We could do that literally right now. Create a playlist.
Come up with a great playlist.
I'm going to do it through using my Twitter, and I'm going to retweet this here. And please reply
Ooh, I see a
with
lot of people.
some great music for a self-care playlist, right?
Yeah. Okay, I see a lot of people already calling out that they have a playlist, a good playlist that they like to listen to influence your mood. Okay, shout out if you have any ideas of great music that just gets you feeling good.
Let me have them.
I mean, honestly, that song is like, and I'm feeling good.
Da-dum, da-dum. Birds flying high, you know how I feel.
Yeah, that one.
Mama. Yes, there it is. Feeling good. I see a lot. Look at this is also a very, very eclectic group. I'm seeing some K-pop next to some relaxing jazz. I think those things are pretty far across from each other. We got the Smiths. Beautiful. I love to see it.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hello.
I mean, I feel like music really it can transport you. It can just change your whole mood. It's a very physical. I have very physical responses when I'm listening to music. It's it kind of transcends. It transcends. And I feel like if I need to like really change my vibe, if I listen to like all the songs that make me extra hype, at the end of the playlist, I'm feeling good. I am feeling good.
That's true.
Also, if I'm wanting to really like feel something, like I need to like exercise some dark moods, then listening to music as well can help me to like release it, just like.
Well, what that sounds like to me, Amelia, is that it sounds like you're describing two different ways I could use music for self-care. I could use, and also thank you to everybody. I see some people are already replying to the tweet with some good info. So if you want to meet some new songs, I can't play them for you here on stream for obvious song license reasons, but you can play through them on social media. You could play music that matches your mood to enhance or to kind of accentuate, to acknowledge, to express, to go deeper into how you're feeling. I'm feeling really angry. I want to listen to some really angry music. Or I could use music to migrate my mood towards where the music is. So if I'm having a bad day, feeling down in the dumps, but I don't want to listen to some sad music, I could give myself some upbeat tempo, and that might help put a little pep in my step. Might make me feel a little cheery. So that's music is a great tool that we can use for self-care. That is both, that's pretty easy too. I mean, you just click play.
Yeah.
You get to that's a more passive one. So I like that a lot. Let's put that on the list.
All
right. Here, let me pull one from the deck. You give me the great shuffle. Aqua Girl 2, welcome back for 20 months, and Kefka, welcome back for 62
Kefka,
months.
Great to see you.
Thank you, Kefka.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for taking care of yourself. Appreciate you. Clicking at Kefka.
Yeah, gotta.
Aye. All right, here we go. This one's calling to me right here. Learn to appreciate the small stuff and don't take things for granted. If only we had there it is. A moment of gratitude. Well, I'm going to learn to appreciate the small stuff and not to take things for granted. That's gratitude. So hit me with some moments of gratitude. You can give us a big thing, but let's go for the little stuff.
Little things.
Give me the tiniest thing that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for hydration. I'm grateful that this water is cold. Woo.
That the sun is shining. Grateful for the trees and the flowers. For your pillow being cold.
There you go.
That you woke up today.
There you go. Beautiful. Having a cup of coffee is a great little thing.
A cup of coffee, a warm bed, pizza. For your friends, education. for the rain today, for the fresh air,
Beautiful. For a roof.
for comfy clothes,
There you go. Your roommate, your couch.
for having a fridge,
Yeah.
having food in your fridge,
Grateful for your parents.
for air conditioning,
For being alive. We are alive after all.
for being able to love yourself.
For your partner. All right, this is a great one. I mean, this is something you're making it look easy.
Yeah.
What is it? Easy to be grateful? I love it. I'm not exaggerating, team. I do believe that this moment of gratitude and the concept of just saying out loud what you're grateful for will make your life exponentially better. It has made my life exponentially better to literally just give voice to it. It now comes so easy to me. I can say it to anybody. I'm not afraid to say I'm grateful for stuff. These are grateful days.
Grateful days indeed.
All right, I'm seeing a lot of love for family. So we got a lot of people and pets.
art
for
materials, for friends.
Well, we're grateful for you all back. Thank you.
I'm especially grateful for the bees. I put a little bowl of water with some rocks in it out for the animals during this heat wave.
And they're grateful for it.
And I've been so excited because I've seen bees coming and drinking from the water, which is so cool. So I'm really grateful for the bees out there pollinating all of the flowers and plants and helping us to have food, the food that we love to eat, like veggies and fruits. So I'm grateful for the bees.
Yeah. This is a bit of a non sequitur / sequitur / I'm grateful for this Theopuff sticker, which was created by Colibra and gifted by Magnolia Sims. And two of them would like to come home with you. And this message from Magnolia says, I hope that these prizes make someone smile today. So let's make something that you all can be grateful for. Maybe receiving a little gift prize here right quick.
Love it.
Thank you, Magnolia. It's exclamation point gift prizes in the chat. If you'd like info on those, you can go to dechartgames.com and we're going to pull some winners. All you got to do is type in the chat real quick. Let us know that you're here and interested to win, and we will pull a winner. Our subscribers get 5 times entry, like Mango Wobby. Thank you for subscribing. And Lovely22, welcome back for 2 months.
Welcome back.
And if you give a gift sub on today's channel, today's stream, one or many, you're entered in 10 times.
Like Robotic Orchids and a Weak Diamond. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Robotic Orchids. All right, I've got the message to copy and paste. I'm ready to do the thing. First winner is Cheyenne Wary.
Congratulations,
0023. Congratulations. And next up, it is... There it is. Etheric Queen. Etheric Queen, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You received some whispers upper right-hand corner with some instructions on how to claim your prize. And please double check you got the address right before you hit send.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that was a good one.
Healer Andy, thank you so much for subscribing. And Anxious Padawan, welcome back for 3 months.
Welcome back, Anxious Padawan. All right, so far we got uplifting music to either echo or fix our vibe, and appreciating the small stuff, a moment of gratitude. Those are good ones. Here, let me ask you to draw another card here.
I like these cards.
These cards are awesome.
And I like that they're little short moments.
It works for my attention. Mm-hmm. All right, quick, before I get distracted by something else. Ooh, going off the top.
Yeah.
What you got?
All right. Making a list of things you are grateful for will help you become more aware of the things you treasure and appreciate in your life. So that's a repetition of that.
That's a very similar thing. This is learning to appreciate the small stuff. Uh-huh. And that one's gratitude again, but this one's talking about making gratitude in a list.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So that could be interesting also. If you're doing a list, you can kind of see what similarities there are there. I mean, we kind of made one big list together just now.
Yeah.
And things I noticed in general, we had a lot of people that we were grateful for. We had some pets that we were grateful for. Mm-hmm. We had consumables.
And also
not hand grenades, but
space.
Coffee.
Our space.
Our space. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes. But little things that are part of our lives all the time.
Yeah.
And so if that's 2 in the gratitude column, that's standing out to me.
Gotta put a gratitude thing.
If we're talking about making our list of 7 things that we could do for a gratitude routine, I think that having a list of 5 is like a good size list. How long is a list for you, friends? I guess you could just go on and on, but maybe 3? Is 3 a manageable one? We want to make sure it's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable.
5 to 10.
10 is a list.
Yeah.
5 to 10, 3 to 6. We could do it where it's like one thing you're grateful for each day, and then over the course of the week you'd have 7.
Yeah.
That could be a good way to do both. 3 is a good start. Yeah. Small steps. Sic parvis magna. All right. Let me do the magic trick. Let me see. Which one is it, team? Which one? Which one is it? Splotty or Stripey, team? Splotty? Stripey. Wait, Stripey. Splotty. Stripey. Splotty? Stripey, Splotty, Splotty. Hippie, Streaky, Stripey, Streaky? All right, you get both of them, but Spotty's winning right now. Surround yourself with positive people who will light you up and help you see the bright side.
Oh,
that's you. That's you, good mammal.
we're doing it, Peter.
We're doing it. You're already doing it. You're surrounding yourself with some positive people literally right now. I love that. I love that. Surround ourselves with positive people that can help you see the light, bring you to the bright side. So maybe something I could do in the week, because we talked about overcoming loneliness. That was one of the other topics
that was
we did last week. Maybe that this one can help us with the overcoming loneliness by being a thing on our list of like reach out to a friend or a family member, check in with a person.
Yeah.
You know, make touch, especially because so many of the things we're grateful for are those people, right?
Yeah.
So by reaching out to, send a funny meme to, send a message to, ask for a hangout, you know, set up a date. Those are ways that we can keep people involved in our lives and practice self-care by taking care of our social life.
Yeah.
The other one, for those of you who wanted Stripey, says give yourself time to grow. And has a nice little plant.
I like that.
Give yourself time to grow.
Yeah.
What does that mean, Amelia, when I say give yourself time to grow? What does that really mean?
To me, that means that nothing is going to, like, things are going to take time, just like being able to practice self-care. It's not something that you could just like flip on and flip off. If you're going from 0, you can't go from 0 to 60. Give yourself time, like be gentle with yourself. You're on a journey. So
I'm seeing being patient with yourself, says Vibe Gem. That's a good way. Let it grow. Yeah. Let things take their time.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess that helps me too with expectations. I don't expect to plant a seed and have a huge tree there tomorrow, right?
No.
So I can be patient by going and celebrating those little moments along the way of saying, oh, the seed was planted and now it's a little seedling and now it's a little start and now it's a small plant and now it's getting bigger and bigger and now it's got flowers and it's bearing fruit and now it's giving me shade. And so you're letting everything have its own time. So that helps me when it comes to our goal thing, is making it achievable.
Smaller
I can't
goals.
plant a seed and expect an avocado.
No, actually avocados take 7 years
A very long time.
to be able to start even bearing fruit. So we are avocados.
You are avocados, mammals. Not only are you primates, you are also avocados. All
Hey,
right.
Zero
I
Clouds
dig that one a lot.
says, this is my first time here. Hey,
Hello.
Zero Clouds, thanks for joining our Good Mammal stream.
Welcome. Really,
Talking
really.
about self-care.
In fact, some avocado trees are male and some are female. And they're both required for the propagation of avocado, but not all avocado tree will give you an avocado.
That's true.
The bees are required. Little things that we're grateful for to take the pollen back and forth and pollinate the tree.
Ara Sanel is also here for the first time. Hello. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. All right, Amelia, let's find another good one. Little hands running all around. All right, what's the news? Hit us with a good card.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
You're doing great. What is that?
This is just a word. This is a positive affirmation,
It's
a reminder.
positive affirmation, a reminder.
Reminder.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
Let me tell you. Let me look at you. Let me get a good look. Yeah, you're doing great. Look at that. Look at how great you are.
You are doing great. I mean, you're taking care of yourself.
You are. You got up out of bed today, or maybe you even are still in bed.
And good
and
for
you're
you.
doing great. You're doing great.
Sometimes that's the self-care you need, is to just like staying in bed.
So,
you know?
I mean, I like that this is a simple one, too.
Yeah.
I think affirmations are best simple, because I have a tendency to get kind of heady about it. I don't know about you all, where I'm like, yeah, I'm doing great, but I'm doing great, but it's so much more complicated than that. No, it's just You just stop with just the.
Yeah.
You're doing great. You're doing great. All right, a positive affirmation. I like this one. That could definitely go on our calendar.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think, team? What are you feeling? Do we feeling one of these spotty ones or another stripy? Ooh, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. Plan a date with yourself.
Love that.
I love that. What does that remind me of? That reminds me of The Artist's Date.
Yeah,
The Artist's Date. You know that book, The Artist's Way? Here, I gotta recommend it. I want to get the author correct. But this is a great. If you're Julia Cameron. If you are an artist, if you are any kind of creative person at all, or maybe even as the author describes in the opening forward of the book, basically like a suppressed or a repressed artist. Like I think I have some artists in my family who are not expressing themselves as artists, but you can see the artist inside of them. You know, some people who are like, you could have been a stand-up comic, but you just aren't, or you could have been a painter, but you just didn't do that thing.
Yeah.
The Artist's Way is an awesome book. I really, really recommend it. It is very actionable, and it talks about things like morning pages, which is like a gratitude journal to talk to yourself in the morning. But one of the early things in the book it discusses is an artist's date. And a lot of times we are filling our calendar up with things that other people put there. This is your work schedule, right? This is your school course load. You literally got that book yesterday?
Nice.
The Dragon Hearts, that's perfect.
The book is called The Artist's Way.
The Artist's Way. Here, I'll drop the link in the chat.
By Julia Cameron, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Julia Cameron.
There's the link in the chat if you want to check it out. I'm sure you can find it online as well as an audiobook. You could probably get it as a PDF if you don't want to get the whole book. But the reality is when somebody else puts something on our calendar, we are kind of beholden to it, right? If your boss says this is your work schedule, do you show up those days? Usually.
Yeah.
If your teacher says these are your assignments for the week, that's what you're focusing on. But what we don't do is schedule a time for ourselves to do a thing with ourselves. And if we do, we so easily let ourselves off the hook of it. I'm going to do this later.
Or we put things on the calendar for us that are not really things that we're looking forward to, like the dentist, or like, going to get our car serviced, or, that kind of thing, or the DMV.
Right. So
what are some ideas of things that you could do to take yourself on a date? If you were going to take yourself out for an afternoon or for an evening, what are some things ideas that come to mind for you?
When I think of a thing that's like, what do I really do this? Like, I feel like I'm doing it for me so much. It almost feels like I'm like sneaking away, is if I go to like the card store, like the comic book shop, like just take myself for a nice little peruse at the game place, just see what there is. Go to the bookstore.
I'm seeing
like
a lot of people saying going to the bookstore, forest bathing.
Going out on a walk.
Going on a walk.
Nature walk is great.
Going to the cinema by yourself. I find that really empowering. I haven't done that in a while, but maybe...
You know what? Get lost. Go see
I'm going to go see Barbie.
And I'm going to go see Oppenheimer at the same time.
Going to a museum, making yourself breakfast.
Hey,
that's nice.
Beautiful.
Staying home alone and taking a long shower.
A lot of love for going for a walk in nature.
Going to a concert, reading a book.
Oh, geocaching. That's like you're hunting for latitude and longitude, right?
Yeah.
You're going from point to point. That's kind of like a scavenger hunt out in the wild, isn't it? Beautiful. Getting into photography. Taking care of your cats,
trying a new recipe. So taking yourself on a date doesn't necessarily mean you have to go out of your house. You can do a date in your house, do something that you wouldn't necessarily do. Like if cooking for yourself is not something that you're regularly doing, maybe finding a recipe that looks extra delicious and cooking for yourself and setting up setting the table nicely for yourself, putting on some good music.
Yeah.
There's many ways to take yourself on a date that doesn't necessarily mean you're going out of the house if that's not something you're interested in.
But I do want to make a point that the plan a date with yourself thing is different than just vibing. Like if I'm like working and I'm getting a bunch of stuff done and then I stop and then I'm just like, nah, I'm done. And I'm not doing that, but I'm not actively doing something else. That's not restorative rest. Yeah. That's not actual relaxation. That's just sort of waiting between tasks, the day to end. Yeah. You know? So the challenge with this card, or the idea of planning a date with yourself, is to say, on Tuesday at 10 o'clock, I'm going to go spend 2 hours in the garden or something, so that you have something to look forward to, so that something on the day you're doing it, and you're doing it deliberately. You're not doing it like in between phone calls and like while you're running errands and stuff. And then you're like, oh, I'm taking care of myself. No, it's like where everything else is not on the schedule. It's just the one thing. Yeah, the difference is intention. That's a good way of putting it. Where your real focus is on it, because if you're, I was watching this TikTok that Mr. Beast was talking about being a content creator. This is when I was researching stuff for our burnout stream. We did a stream on overcoming burnout. And Mr. Beast's advice was, he's such a prolific dude. He's making content all the time. Yeah. And he was talking about how you have to take deliberate rest of like, I am taking this day to do this thing that actively, basically like rest hard, you know, so that you're like really getting actual rest, not just kind of this glib
also like
in between time.
Last night I was like doing that scroll, like we came back from we saw my cousin for dinner, and then we got back home, and then we were just chilling, and I was like doing that scroll like till pretty late, like till 11 o'clock at night, and as I was doing it, I was like, Amelia, this is not the way. Like this is you're just like you're just like zoning out, but not necessarily in a productive way. Like I had this part of me that was like just knowing that it wasn't good for me, but still I continued.
Yeah.
And so
it would be different though, right? Instead of the general scroll where we lay on the couch and like Amelia and I are laying on the couch, and then we look at each other and we're like this.
Yeah.
You know, with the back of the armrest of the couch is here. And I'm like, I can't breathe, you know, my neck is hurting, and I'm just like, I'm entertaining myself, you know? There could be a way to do the same thing where you're like, you know what? I like the internet memes. I enjoy this. I'm going to spend 20 minutes watching silly videos on the internet, but I'm going to do it in a way where I'm comfortable, I'm relaxed, I got my cup of coffee, and I look at the clock, and I'm just hanging out.
Put a timer on, so that way it's like, oh, okay, this 20 minutes is done. I'm going to stop scrolling. Because something that can happen is like, you know, if you're looking, for me, it's Instagram. That's the one that I get like real deep on, because I'm like, ooh, cooking videos, or, you know, art videos. But then what happens is like hours go by, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, what happened to the evening? What happened? And all of a sudden it's 11:30 at night. So I think what I'll do is set a timer for myself if I want to have that scrolling, like just, you know, not for some time.
Or your husband could just be like, don't you have Pilates in like 8 minutes?
No, but I don't want to put that on you. That's not for me to put on you. But I just, because literally as I was going to bed, or as like last night, as I was doing it, I kept having this little thought of like, you shouldn't be doing this. This is not helping you. This is not helping you.
But it can help you if that's how you unwind. I guess the point is to do it deliberately. Yeah. So you say, okay, I got out of school, and then I'm going to give myself a decompression period, right? Where you're saying, I just finished my work for the day. I get 30 minutes of guilt-free scrolling while I drink my favorite beverage or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so then you're doing it, and it feels like you're taking care of yourself instead of like you're avoiding the other stuff. Because that's what I do, is I'm like thinking about what do I got to do, and then the procrastination brain kicks in.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
nah.
Yeah. I'd rather be over here. I saw someone ask the question earlier, and I want to answer it. You know, does planning like taking your dog outside and going on a walk count as a date? And I think it does. I think you can bring a pet along for a date with yourself. But I would challenge you to maybe make it a little bit more enticing, so it doesn't feel like kind of what we do all the time. Like I take the dog out for a walk and he uses the bathroom, and I take him back home. But if you're like, I'm going to take my dog to this dog park we've heard about, but I haven't gone to, so you can meet some other dogs. Or I'm going to go to maybe a state park or a nature preserve or something and go for a walk. So you can give yourself a little sense of occasion. There's a way you can maybe turn up the fun meter a little bit more. If you say out loud the idea of your date and you're like, if I was invited on that date by someone else, I don't know if I'd go. See if you can make it a little more alluring, right?
Yeah.
Spice it up a little bit. Get the popcorn when you go to the movie.
Hey, Vibe Gem asks about, have we talked about dealing with loneliness? We did.
Yes.
Last Tuesday, we did a stream about overcoming loneliness, so you can check out our VOD.
Yeah, here, I'll drop the link in the chat real quick.
Yeah.
We should actually consider making a. I have a plan to talk to Scree about this week, but maybe like exclamation point loneliness, exclamation point boundaries, exclamation point whatever in the chat could link to the YouTube VOD of those things, because I think that a lot of these things really connect in on themselves and they all connect to each other. So I'm not surprised that we're referencing past streams a lot. Overcoming loneliness. Here we go.
Gibran Ortega, welcome back for 2 months. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Welcome back.
Gibran asks, do we have any comfort artists or songs to calm down and chill? Me, personally, Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, that album is just like my big sister, essentially. Like I love that album, and I feel like I'm listening to my big sister giving me advice. Yeah.
There's the link in the chat if you want to save it for after the stream or share it with a friend or something. When it comes to music, for me, I've been doing a lot of like outside tasks. Like I've been like just repainted some little what do you call them? Like a stepping stone kind of thing that goes through the grass, and they were all busted up and looking old and kind of like moldy bricks. Yeah. And so I was pressure washing them, and then I was repainting them. I like to listen to a lot of full albums, and so I've been kind of going on this Led Zeppelin album by album kick. But that's just because that's the other way. It's like it gives me energy, so I'm listening to it to kind of like charge me up and give me the mojo. I don't do as much of the listen to music that matches my mood as I used to do. I feel like I used to kind of like stew in my upset a little bit more, which is healthy for a while, but eventually it just got kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes you just only want to feel your own sadness so much before you're like, nah, give me some Cardi B.
To a certain point, you're like, okay, I'm over it now. You know, you're like, I've stewed in it enough.
Yeah.
I can turn the fire down. I don't need the heat on anymore.
But that's a very personal kind of a thing. Where are you at? It can make you feel stuck, says Aqua Girl. This sounds like a very simple thing, but I was talking to Amelia about the Good Mammal streams, and I was talking about how when people bring up there's certain things that come up on these streams repeating, no matter what the topic we're talking about. People mention about anxiety, they mention about anger, they mention about depression. And as we've talked about these different things on the color wheel of all of the emotions, that there's this thing of sadness comes and goes, but if sadness stays all the time, it grows and kind of becomes depression. And depression is like an elongated, stuck version of a sad feeling that we all know, but this depression just doesn't go away. Same thing, we can be angry. Something might make you angry in the moment, but then you can let go of it if it's not something that's systematically making you angry, and now you're getting to the point where you need to take like anger management classes because everything makes you angry, or everything makes you sad, or everything makes you anxious. And in the color wheel here, I maybe I should find it and put it up, but the idea that kind of bounced into my mind that seemed like such an obvious one was, if we're stuck in one emotion or the other, and there's no flow from place to place, that's when we recognize it as it's not serving us, right? It's not like I'm angry and I'm expressing my anger, so I'm intelligent with my emotions. It's that I was angry 5 days ago and I'm still pissed about it, and I'm holding on to that anger. I'm stuck in that anger, or I'm stuck in that sadness, or I'm stuck in that anxiety, and there's no motion. And I was like, motion, emotion. The word motion is in emotion. We have to keep our emotions in motion. Yo!
Hey!
Asco Play, how you doing?
Asco Play, thank you so
Come
much.
on in,
for
Raiders.
Raid. Come on
We're
in,
talking
friends.
about our emotions, and right now my emotion is excited because you've all shown up. Hello!
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to our Good Mammal stream.
Yes, our Good Mammal stream, good time zone, Good Mammals. What were you all just playing?
Yeah, what were you up to?
We're talking about how our emotional life staying in motion and fluid feels comfortable and healthy, and when we get stuck in one emotion, that's where it starts to become an issue, and we need to work on it more specifically.
Yeah.
Look at all those hearts. Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Hello from Spain.
Hello to you in Spain.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Quiero aprender más español, but I am not fluent at all. Thank you.
Oh, you were just talking about love self?
Love self.
Love self.
Love self.
Is that like self-love, but the other way around?
Love self?
Is that a game?
Love self.
Love self. Self-love.
Love self.
I love that.
Love self. Love self. Love self, and what does it mean? Beautiful. Well, let's appreciate ourselves, team. You're in the right place.
Yeah.
We're talking about self-care.
Yeah.
Would you like to help us pick a card? Any card?
We got these mindfulness cards, and our goal today is we're going to be reading through all these different cards about mindfulness, and then we're going to create a calendar, a week calendar, and put different things on each day to help us remember to give ourselves that self-care that we need.
All right, help me pick a card, team. If you just showed up on the stream, you can let me know. You can say half and half or stripey. Half and half or stripey. Oh, the pink lemonade card's getting a lot of love. Pink lemonade?
Pink lemonade.
Okay, pink lemonade wins. This one says, keep a journal of your thoughts and feelings. This can help you reduce stress and anxiety. It's a safe space to clarify your thoughts and emotions. Say, does anyone here keep a journal? Raise your hand if you're a journaler.
I have kept a journal. I don't actively keep one right now.
I'm hot and cold on the journal, but a journal has been a thing in my life since like high school. I actually have my freshman year of journal high school.
Yeah. You know what's a kind of trippy thing to do is if you have a journal and then you read back. So you read back on what you were writing like a year ago or a month ago, and to see what you were dealing with at that time and where you are versus where you are now.
Right.
That's very interesting. That's an interesting thing to do.
It is an interesting thing to do. Also, I got to shout out real quick that there are 57 replies so far. It looks like 42 replies of music on the thread. We've started a self-care playlist, so if anybody needs some new tunes, mix up their vibe, or if you want to share one of your favorites, go ahead and share it on Twitter. This is, I mean, I think the times that I journal the most are when I'm either emotionally entangled in something, like I need to work through something, which is a little bit like writing a letter that you're not going to send. Like I've definitely like written letters to my family, or like if I'm trying to communicate something, but like I don't want to say it in the like I haven't thought it out yet. Well, I just want to say the angry version, or I want to say the get all the frustration out of it. And then usually by the end of journaling, I get to some point where I go like, and all I have to do is just relax. And then I'm like, oh, all I have to do is just relax. You know? Also
for me, like I agree, when I've been journaling, it's because I'm like twisted up in something emotionally. And usually I don't really know what is twisting me. I just know that I'm feeling
That you got it twisted.
Yeah, that I got it twisted. And by journaling it out, I just do like a stream of consciousness. Like I'm not trying to get anything, make it look nice or
it's not getting published.
It's just like, bleh,
Right.
And by the end of it, I am able to understand the root, or at least what my upset is twisted around. So I have a better self-awareness on the other side of journaling about what's going on with me emotionally, so that I can tackle it. I can learn how to, or figure out how to move past it, or deal with it.
Yeah, stream of consciousness flowing. If
venting, that's another way.
Venting, yeah. If anybody feels like what they're writing is not eloquent enough or articulate, that it doesn't make sense, it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't matter. The great thing about a journal, you could literally, when I will be journaling, I gotta hold a pen because otherwise I'm like, what are you doing? I will be journaling, and then if I get to a point where like I don't know what to say yet, I just make little loops and stuff, and I just keep the pen going, and I'm just like doing little squiggles, and then I pick up writing again. But for me, it's literally just about keeping the pen going on the page, and that can help me not judge myself, because obviously like these swirls don't mean anything, and like the swirls of letters don't really mean anything. Nobody's really going to read this unless I die and they disobey my last will and testament, which is burn them all. But like, it's more about the experience of it going from your brain into the pen and onto the page. That's it. That's where it stops. It doesn't have to, it's not getting published. Yeah. No one's gonna edit it. No one's gonna review it.
Yeah. This is the llama.
He's a little llama on the pen. Amelia's got a bunch of cute little pens.
Maribel Branch, thank you so much for the cheers. Hello to you, and Callie, thanks for joining us.
I love that. The journaling one is a good one. Journaling, I'm going to put along with the gratitude journaling and stuff, because some of us maybe want to get a little bit more thoughtful with our journals, a little bit more in depth, and other people would like to do just kind of a skim by. When I first started journaling, it was more of a log. It'd be like, today in math class we had geometry. Today in science I did my report. Today at recess I got in trouble, or whatever, And so it was just more of like a list.
Mine. Yeah.
And it would evolve more and more. And then, of course, you get dumped or something. And
yeah.
Like, I'm never going to speak to them again. And it's like, got tear stains and coffee stains and blood on it.
Yeah. I definitely did a lot of journaling in middle school and high school and early, in my early 20s. That was like my main thing. I remember, because when I was younger, I used to, so journal a lot, and I would go back and reread them because it gave me a sense of perspective of how my priorities had changed and how the things I was focusing on had changed. And when I was in middle school, I had an unrequited crush. So I was like crushing so hard on this
Leo.
guy. No, on a guy who was
on
in
an
my
actual
class.
dude.
On an actual dude, and he did not.
Where is he?
I don't care. That's the point. So I was crushing on someone who wanted nothing to do with me. And so I remember reading back in one of my journals of like, screw this guy. I don't care. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't need him anymore. Blah, 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 blah. And then like literally on the next page, it was like, okay, so I like him again. But it was just so funny.
He was only on the outs for one page?
Yeah, it was just so funny to see how quickly I was flipping back and forth of like my emotions were like going like roller coasters. But it gave me a perspective of like something that I thought was so important, and I was just like spewing it all out on the page. Like literally the next day or a couple days later, it was like a completely different thing. Yeah.
Well, I will say I've learned from my own past journals in the same way, where right now, if I tell you, okay, think of right now, real quick, moment of self-care and self-awareness, think about a thing that is like in the back of your brain, right? What I call like the DVD screensaver, in the back of your mind, just bouncing around. And maybe it's something that makes you frustrated. Maybe it's something you're sad about. Maybe it's something that's like making you nervous or anxious or something. We all have like the floaty thought that's bouncing around, right? Whatever that thing is, and it's different because there's hundreds of people here right now. So we're talking about hundreds of different things here right now. In 5 years, it will matter a lot less, or at least a lot more differently than it matters now. In 10 years, even more so. 20 years from now, even more so. But it's really, really hard to believe that about the thing that really matters right now that's bouncing around in our brain. That 5 years in the future we'll be free of it. Even a week in the future we might be free of it. If we look at our past stuff that we wrote down in a journal 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and we see how bent out of shape we were about this guy who wasn't even Leonardo DiCaprio or Brian Dechart.
No, he wasn't.
He was some lesser form. Some Cro-Magnon fellow, surely. How little that matters now, but how much it mattered then.
But also, and it helps with like, for me, like reading back on that little, the little Amelia who was so bent out of shape and over this guy, I felt a sense of like compassion and also a protectiveness over that little girl, because the little child is in all of us all the time, and we have to make sure that we're like, protecting them and checking in with them.
Yeah. But it will give you a sense of perspective to look back on an old journal. And I think that's one of the reasons why I journal in the current moment, is because it helps me have that kind of awareness of the fact that what I'm writing down here also will age like the rest of those thoughts that were in my other journals. The other things that I was so worked up about in high school that now I'm just telling you, I simply do not care at all about anymore. And yes, some things are important and matter your whole life long, but I promise you that the way you view almost everything will continue to evolve and change. I mean, it has for me anyway. Even the stuff that I care about the absolute most. And sometimes it gets even more important, but you know why, and you're like grounded in it. When I was a kid, I was like, family's important. Yeah, duh. Movies told me family's important. And then when you move away and you start to lose some of your family members, your family gets spread out around the world, then you're like, oh, family is like not only like what matters, but kind of like all that matters in a lot of the respects. So, your friends and your family, your chosen family.
Yeah.
Like, these are the things that I'm really grateful for, I think. All right. Pick two cards and let the stream decide. Ooh.
Okay.
Pink lemonade or modern art mosaic? I even like them better that way. What do you think, team? Another pink lemonade or modern art mosaic? Modern art mosaic.
Okay.
Modern art mosaic.
Catch up with a good friend.
Yes.
Sharing with a friend can help reduce your emotional impact and can lead to new ideas and perspectives on life.
I love that.
Nice.
I love that.
So there's many ways to catch up with friends and reconnect, especially if you're feeling a little out of touch. Like, for example, this week,
You read the wrong one.
No, I didn't. I picked the mosaic one.
Ain't you done that, babe? These people here wanted mosaic, and you've given them lemonade. I found it. A scam. We want our bits back. Okay, everyone.
Stay calm.
Wait, no, we're gonna practice being gentle with ourselves and my good wife, who, I have to defend her, does not know right from left.
It's true. Okay. But
right.
I do want to. Well, let's.
No. This is pink lemonade. These are not pink lemonade people. Pink lemonade was so this one.
Okay. Moment here. Reflect on your accomplishments and acknowledge how far you've come.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to the reading of my old journals and the thing that I was so wrapped up in back then, couldn't give two seeds about now.
2 seeds?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all heard about rated G. This is even more approachable.
2 seeds.
2 seeds.
I don't even need those seeds.
2 poos. Reflect on an accomplishment and acknowledge how far you've come. This is a nice one for us on stream when we do, like, we just had our 5-year. Amelia and I were talking about yesterday. We were driving to go have a birthday dinner with your cousin, and we were talking about how we celebrate our 5 years Detroit Become Humans released. No, 5 year. Yeah. 5 years of streaming. 5 years of Detroit Become Human is released. 5 years of being married, and a 5-year partnerversary. All those things happen like month, and birthdays, anniversaries, kind of calendar dates are a really good opportunity for me to like reflect on how far we've come, so to speak. And because we're all here on Twitch, I would reflect on the accomplishment that we've streamed. It's been over 1,933 days since we started streaming.
Yeah.
We've streamed together 222 games. And actually I have a list from Scree of how many streams we did each year. But like, this streaming setup hasn't changed that much since the beginning of the year.
No.
Things will go wrong with the tech setup or whatever, the headphones or the audio or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's falling apart. But just look at this compared to what it was 5 years ago when it was like a laptop on a table and we would like build the whole streaming setup and then tear it down every single stream.
Well, also another thing that this reminds me of is when you beat a level in a game, or when you finally get past a certain boss that's been hanging you up. Like for me, that is a huge thing because, you know, when I am bashing my head up against a boss and I keep getting beat over and over again, that's also when the negative self-talk for me starts to get really loud.
Yeah.
And so being able to be on the other side of that and then acknowledge, pat myself on the back of, I did it. I made it past the thing that I didn't believe I could, that I was, you know, telling myself like I suck, all these things, but I did it. I made it through. So that for me, that's a moment of reflection and acknowledging how far I've come. It's like making it to the other side of something that you've been smashing your head against.
Yeah. I think one of the things we like about video games, or that appeals to me about video games, is that they do have these like clear goals, clear quests, clear side missions, right? That once we do it, the game goes, yeah, and we did it. The mission's successful, right? But it's the moment of celebrating the accomplishment that I think gets left off. Because if you're a productive person, or you're an ambitious person, you're a creative person, you make a thing, and then as soon as you finish it, you're like, okay, I'm done with that. I got to do the next one.
Yeah.
But there's this little moment of self-care in between there where you finish the drawing and you look at it and you go, I did that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the putting it on the fridge moment.
We have to have our
Yeah.
at the end of each of the levels, whatever that level is for you.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend's dad who had retired recently, and what Neil was telling me was that he felt a certain kind of sadness when it came to task completion that he thought was maybe what made him procrastinate. Because the idea of having the problem or having the project to work on was giving him something to be figuring out, to be problem solving, to be doing. But then once he was done with it, it almost kind of made him feel sad because it was over.
Interesting.
And how he was learning to take a moment to celebrate that he did it. And so for me, before and after pictures are a huge thing.
Yeah.
I will take 100 after pictures just so I can sit there on my phone and text a friend like, this is what it looked like before I painted it. This is what it looked like after I painted it. And just that little moment of celebrating the completion gives me some pep in my step to go on to the next one.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, I got to do these 8 things, done, done, then I'm just like getting dragged down instead of, when I'm done with it, just standing there and looking at it for a little while and going, wow, what a mightily dug hole. I dug that hole. That hole's nice. And all you know, it just gives you the go. Hey, Life a Star. Thank you.
Hello.
Welcome. Come on in. We're talking about some self-care things.
I like that. I like that of making sure that we take the time to celebrate when we complete something we've been working on. That moment, whatever it is for you, to give yourself a special treat, to give yourself a moment of a pat on the back or some celebration.
Like a little graduation ceremony, you know, but you're just graduating into like, you know, I'm someone who something we should do is you know, clean the car, for instance.
Yeah.
That cleaning our car would be a good thing to do. But after we're done with it, then it's the celebration of like enjoying that it's so clean, right? And you'll go, I'll go pick you up at the airport just to drive you around on this clean beauty.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about celebrating our accomplishments. I really think that's a good one. So should we, in the spirit of self-care, take a hydration break? It's been an hour.
Let's do it.
And then we'll come back to it, and we're gonna pull a few more of these cards, and then
Be Mindful Every Day are these cards that we're reading from. And so we're reading through these, and then our idea is to come up with seven ideas to put on each day of the week, so that each day of the week we have one task to focus on, one special moment of self-care to designate for ourselves.
Yeah. And we're gonna build a little calendar when we come back. But let's take 5 minutes. Get yourself some hydration. Take your medicine. Get yourself a snack. Get a little fresh air. Move around. Stretch if you're able. And we'll be right back in 5 minutes. And Amelia,
Right.
what are we up to on our next streams? Because we got more than just this good mammalin.
Friday is our next stream, and we are playing Overwatch 2 with our subscribers. Saturday, we're continuing Alan Wake Remastered. So if you like some spooky mystery, come and join us for that.
It's really good.
And then on Sunday, we're going to begin the new Telltale series, The Expanse, a branching narrative game. So come and join us for the streams if you're able.
Yeah, super appreciate you hanging out with us, friends. Welcome on in, Owl. And Anonymous Benix, thank you very much for the cheers. Take a day once a week to plan something positive. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I like that. That goes along with the plan a date for yourself. Haza is cool. Thanks for using your Prime. If y'all have Amazon Prime, you can link him to Twitch for a free subscription. And we are going to take a little 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Thank y'all for hanging out. We'll see you in 5. Click. Hello, everyone.
Hey, welcome back.
Appreciate you so much, and thank you all for your thoughtful discussion and chat with us. This has been a really very interesting conversation about self-care and honestly how simple some of these ideas sound.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of times we get bogged down by the idea of like doing it right or doing it well, or like, oh, I don't know, it just seems like such a whole thing. But the reality is, like, self-care can be as simple as just like giving yourself a pat on the back when you did something nice.
Yeah,
you know?
Having your celebration moment. Hey,
Cara Cats.
Black Wolf Magic, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Black Wolf.
Happy.
Thanks for joining us. And Cara Cat says they got their mystery stickers, got a hedgehog and a who? Hedgehog and a You Are Loved. Beautiful.
I love that.
I love that. Speaking of our stickers, they are available, ! Gift prizes in the chat. We'll take you to dechartgames.com, and believe it or not, these little Theodores are flying around the world. Jed Ted,
welcome back for 61 months.
61 months. Thank you. And Groovy Chick. Oh, we need this is the Groovy Chick.
Oh yeah.
Groovy Chick. Thank you, Groovy Chick.
Thank you for the gift sub group hug.
We've been coming up with some sign/interpretive dance for everyone's usernames when they do a gift sub group hug.
Yeah, I like it.
So hope you'll accept that, Groovy Chick 25. A Groovy Chick 25. I say Groovy Chick 25. I say Groovy Chick 25. It works. That's got a nice ring to it. Bloody Cheyenne, welcome back for 46 months.
Welcome back, Bloody Cheyenne.
All right, friends. So we're going to pull a couple more of these mindful, everyday self-care, self-love cards. And then we're going to put together a 7-day routine for all of ourselves. And if you want to participate with us, we'll have one thing we can do for ourselves each day.
Yeah.
A little self-care.
Love it.
All right, Amelia. You ready?
All right, I'm going to pull two, and then I will read the correct one.
Uh-oh, here we are again. Pink lemonade and modern art. Can she tell the difference?
All right, which one? Pink lemonade
or modern art?
Modern art.
Pink lemonade or modern art. Alric says self-care is very important. It is. It's true. And whoa there, Veronica. Welcome back for 53 months.
Whoa, welcome back. Whoa. Okay, modern art.
It's
because it's reversed, that's why. All right, modern art. Declutter your home and your workspace. Make the space for the life you want to have. All right, show of hands. Would you say that your space makes you feel calm and good, or do you feel overwhelmed by your space? It's clean enough? Yeah.
You're a clean freak?
You own too much stuff, a little bit of both, a bit messy right now. Not too messy, not really.
It's organized chaos. All right.
You feel overwhelmed. Your space is messy-ish. You're happy in your space. Well, I know for me, when, because our space, like, I'm medium. I don't necessarily always put things back, you know? So sometimes, like, things will just accumulate. And it definitely has an impact.
Yeah.
Specifically with laundry.
Yeah.
I think that's my big one. Yeah. But when I do take the time to clean the space, even it's just like putting my clothes back before we go to bed, or like decluttering some of the spots in the space that always like seem to have random stuff on it, it makes a huge difference with the way that I feel. Or a clean kitchen, you know? So maybe taking some time to clean our space or to put some things away.
Or to get rid of some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that feels good. I like that purge.
Yeah, I am a huge advocate of get rid of stuff. I just like, for instance, to me, it's very, very, very important that this space is clean. I am definitely more I prioritize that maybe a little bit more in our relationship. You are definitely a more organized person than when I found you.
That's true.
There is hope. But I will say that like the sense of a space being clean and organized is imperative to my mental brain space feeling organized and clean. So much so that when we're streaming, Amelia and I will turn the camera on beforehand. And if I see something in the background that's like, you know, just like this is there, I'm like, can we get that? You know, like it's just now I'm going to challenge myself to leave it there as a spot. Have a good meeting. And thanks for joining us. So to me, it's about everything kind of being in its place, but that's my personal barometer. So I guess you got to know on the self-care spectrum, you know, some people say like, oh, I don't care about that thing. You know, like my space can be messy and I like it this way. I guess as long as your answer is really that, because I think sometimes we're like, oh my God, cleaning would be such a pain in the ass. No, I like it better messy. I like it that way. But if you're not actually functioning better that way.
Something also that I do with cleaning is doing it in little sections. So I'm just focusing on one room, or just focusing on like putting away the laundry, or cleaning the kitchen, like all the countertops. Also, like listening to music while you're doing it can help. Or sometimes I like to call somebody and I have my little headphones in and I'm just chatting while I'm doing that.
Yeah, if you're thinking maybe I'm going to treat myself to the self-care of tidying up the nursery, so to speak, might I suggest all this awesome music? There's 54 songs put in a playlist on Twitter right now that we've all been assembling. That'll get you a lot of mojo to get it done.
Ooh, but Banana Bready says, that's what I'm doing right now. I set a goal to clean my kitchen while you listen to our stream.
Yes.
Nice.
That's perfect.
Good on you.
That's perfect. Tidying up isn't self-care. Oh, it is. Tidying up is definitely self-care.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, you know, which for me, it does.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's literally caring for your space that you live in. That's yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, I think that taking a shower is self-care. Like, I don't know if these cards are going to encourage me to do simple things like that, but like, if you haven't had a shower, if you haven't clipped your nails, if you haven't, washed your face.
Oh yeah. Like if I haven't showered for like, if I haven't showered for let's say a couple days, like I feel it. Like I feel like a little, it's a reset, It's like, ooh, the cold water or the warm water is a cozy hug. Just giving you a little reset.
To me, it also gives me an illusion of control. I think a lot of us feel out of control in our lives. And so to me, if I have my desk organized, then at least I feel like I know where my stuff is, If my room is organized, then I feel like a little more calm because I can find stuff. If I'm scrambling, where is that thing that I put it? So you guys have seen me doing this during a stream. I'm like, I got the wrong cable and I plug it in. This.
Yeah.
Like it goes downhill fast. But if I organized, we did it on stream. We had a cable sorting stream.
Yeah.
But now I can tell you exactly top, middle, and bottom drawers over there. If I need any of the cables or the stuff for a stream, I can go right to it and pull it out, and that makes me feel calm.
Yeah.
So
also, if you're coming in, when you come into your space, if you have the sensation of like, if you come in, you're like, it's dirty or it's messy, then maybe taking that time to organize and clean things up will make you feel better when you come into your space. It's more welcoming.
A little bit of pride, a little bit of self-love there, Beautiful.
UK fangirl Jade has a nice idea for self-care to look back at photos and videos of you with your friends, and that makes you happy and reminds you of good times.
Yeah. There's also the digital version of that cleanup, which is,
your desktop?
Yeah.
Like my computer desktop?
Or in OBS, we've done some streams where we go through and organize all this stuff so it's not a cluster.
Or your email, like...
Delete a bunch of spam email. Ooh, treat yourself to some unsubscribes.
Yes.
Just go ahead and unsubscribe, team. No, thank you.
Scroll to the bottom of that
need that.
email.
No.
Unsubscribe. Stop
Bye.
sending me these things. Yeah.
That's how we feel about it.
That feels good.
I love it.
That feels really good.
Ooh, delete it.
Spam.
All right, let's take one or two more of these, and then we'll put together our own little list.
Okay.
You pull one, I'll pull one. All right. Stripey or 2/3, 1/3? Stripey or 2/3, 1/3? It flows off the tongue. 2/3, 1/3? 2/3, 1/3.
Well, we'll read both.
All right, we'll read them both.
All right.
But you get 2/3, 1/3 first.
Okay. This is another mantra.
Uh-oh.
It says, I will not stress over what I can't control.
Say it again.
I will not stress over what I can't control. I feel like I need to put this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Stoic philosophy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, right? The courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That goes a long way for me.
Yeah.
I think that basically, if you're unclear as to what we have control over and what we do not have control over, I had a lot of suffering in my life around this concept of control, because I think the smarter you are, the worse your life will be sometimes when it comes to this category. I think I'm an intelligent person. I feel good about that's one of the things I like about myself. I feel like I got a big brain. It works for me. It helps me figure stuff out. But a lot of times I'm figuring stuff out for other people, or I'm figuring things out for things that are outside of my jurisdiction. And then I get frustrated because, wait, I figured it out, but you're doing something different than what I figured out for you. And now there's tension because what the hell am I doing trying to live someone else's life for them?
Yeah.
So Amelia and I worked on this film called Desert Prayer.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah.
! Desert Prayer in the chat if you'd like to watch. It's a short little cautionary tale and allegory about this kind of a thing. But you can't backseat other people's lives, right? And the idea, the mantra in this film, Desert Prayer, is that change blooms from within. And effectively, we only have our own control over our own selves.
Yeah.
We only have control over our own selves.
And how we respond. I mean, that's for me, that's the big part of it, is like the only thing we have control over is ourselves and how we choose to respond to different situations.
Yep.
Our reaction.
Yep. It might sound overly simplified, but it is holding water. It truly works.
It's hard too. It's hard.
Yeah.
Especially when there's people that you want, like wanting to help people that you love, or, stuff that's going on in the world that seems so like big It can be overwhelming.
Right, which brings it back to setting boundaries, right? I have a boundary for myself that I don't actually have to communicate with anybody, but it's one that I am really, after working on Desert Prayer, very firm on, which is that if it's somebody else's choice, if it's somebody else's decision, if it's somebody else's maneuver through their life, that's for them to decide. If they ask for my input on it, then I'm happy to share my input because I've been asked for it. But unsolicited advice, how much do you love it when I come up and give you some unsolicited advice? You don't love it.
Pink Seal 08 says, I have no control over my feelings, though. Well, I want to caution you against saying something is like definitive, like I have no control over your feelings. You may not have control over your feelings now, but that doesn't mean that you're always going to be out of control of your feelings. Because if you're not in control of your feelings, then what are you in control of? Because that is all going on inside of you.
That is the main thing you can have some control over.
Yeah.
And it starts with understanding them.
Yeah.
Understanding our emotions and then being able to communicate our emotions. Because the reality is, if something makes me angry, then the goal is to not experience anger. Right? If I ignore the anger, if something makes me angry and I go, no, I'm controlling my emotions, I'm not angry. That's not what I'm talking about. That is not acknowledging your emotions and not living truthfully. If something makes me angry and I feel it and I'm angry and I can use my words to express, you're making me feel angry, or I can express it in a creative way. I can make a destructive painting, or I can make a thing of Legos and blow it all up, right? Like I can start to come to terms with expressing and communicating my anger. But if I don't acknowledge angry as the thing, I can't make any step towards undoing that anger, right? If I just ignore or block it out or pretend it's not happening, no, it's good, man, I'm fine, but I'm really angry inside. So the reality is the barrier I have for myself is if it's inside of my body, in my heart, in my mind, in my soul, I might have some part of control over it. Not all, but a lot. Or I can get more and more control. I can be like, for those of us playing Overwatch, I can be like Wrecking Ball inside of Wrecking Ball. I think we're all the hamster, and everybody sees us as the big mech ball, but we're all the hamster inside. And so you have a certain amount of control over the mech that you're driving, little hamster. But other people on your team, other characters, they're doing their own thing. It's completely outside of my jurisdiction. And I am so much happier when people are very upset and they have their anxiety and they're bringing it to me. And all I do is listen now. I just listen. And I say, what do I hear back? I say, it sounds like you're frustrated with your work. I don't have to say, your boss is a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I can say, it sounds like you're exhausted with your job or whatever, you know? Am I happy with my life? Very. Are you kidding me? I got a great life. I win. Past Brian would never believe this. Past Brian would never believe this. All right, let's see. Let's get one more card.
All
and then
right.
we'll put some favorite ones together. There we go.
Okay.
What's that one?
This is another affirmation. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be gentle with yourself.
Yeah. Play the positive version of saying don't be so hard on yourself is
be gentle.
Be gentle with yourself.
Be gentle with yourself.
Take it easy.
We're growing.
You deserve to grow and change.
We're learning. We're changing. If we're always like harping on everything that we're doing wrong, or every time we slip up, or every time we do something that we don't feel like is up to a certain standard that we set for ourselves, or that somebody else has set, that we're, all meta, then we're not giving ourselves the space to grow.
No, I'm with it. That was our mantra from the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Amelia and I had the foresight and the wisdom and maybe a little fear that said, we're going to do a lot of things this year that we've never done before.
Yeah.
And so we said we need to make self-care and being gentle with ourselves a big priority this year, because we're going to fail.
Yes.
We're going to do things that we've never tried before, and it's not going to go smoothly Because other times that we did new things, it didn't go smoothly. And so for me, that has been a huge help this year in acknowledging when I need to maybe relax on the grip a little bit and put my shoulders down and go, I can figure that out tomorrow. I don't have to do it right now. So here's the idea with the last like 20 minutes. And hey, Barry Zeus, welcome. Beautiful. The book Zen as Fuck. I like that. All right. Yeah, we gotta fail to be able to learn. And all these things we know, right? We know them. When someone says, oh, you learn from your mistakes, we all go, yeah, duh, I get it. But then when we make a mistake, why are we like, oh, stupid, oh, so bad, I made a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, it's really like learning to play a new video game, you know? You are going to die in the game. You'll have to restart. Like, I don't know. Do you know anybody who's picked up a game for the very first time and made it through the entire thing, 0 deaths, like for real? Because I don't. Like you have to fail in order to learn, oh, this is the boss's move.
Right,
okay.
That's the expectation, right?
Yeah,
and sometimes I've had the expectation of like, oh, there's a lot of people watching the stream. I better be a genius gamer all of a sudden. Like, that's not going to happen. Like the game is designed. The game of life is designed for you to be challenged. You want to be challenged because that's how we grow. Yeah. Right? Amazer Styles, thank you for the 2 months. And Lexi Star, thank you for the gifted sub to Popping Lock, back for 5 months. It would be boring without a challenge, right?
It's true.
So here's my ID. I'm gonna disappear us all for a second. Don't worry, Amelia's still here. Don't worry, I'm also still here. Here we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up one of these little bits here, and let's come up with 7 days. Let's
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
we can do
Saturday,
this one.
Sunday.
Y'all know 7 days. Let's name them. Miércoles. Escucha la camiseta sábado y domingo a sacapuntas. Sábado domingo. I think it's Saturday, Sunday. I only know a couple of different ways. 7 days. Let's go. Okay, let's type up the days. Come on, Brian.
Yeah.
In your native tongue. Days. Label this days. What is today? Today's Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
All right, so the week obviously starts with Tuesdays.
Obviously.
Tuesday. Uh-oh. What was that?
I don't know. Here we go.
Tuesday. All right, we're going to come up with a thing for a Tuesday, a thing for a Wednesday, a thing for a Thursday, a thing for a Fry, a thing for a Sat, a thing for a Sun, and a thing for a Mun. It's not funny, Amelia. This is very serious. Self-care is very serious. Okay. How about that?
Nice.
All right. Now we got 7 days. So obviously Tuesday should be for tacos. Taco Tuesday. Hey, Barry Zeus. We got to come up with a name for that. Barry Zeus. Here, I'm gonna pick a berry.
Yeah.
A berry. Zeus. Thank you, Barry Zeus. We hope you don't mind that we have come up with this for you. It's a little tart, but it's so delicious. You want another one? Thank you, Barry Zeus. Appreciate you. Thank you. We'll do our best to remember all of these interpretive dance moves for your gift sub usernames. All right. So what were some of the ones that you loved the most?
Well, let's read through them again. Okay. Maybe we can remind ourselves.
Can we get rid of this?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna speed round you through, and if you, we could
just read them.
I'll just read them.
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Be gentle. Be gentle. I will not stress over what I can't control. Beautiful. Go outside, get some vitamin D.
Love that.
Give yourself time to grow. Not only are we mammals, we're also plants, it sounds like. Create a playlist of music that can be uplifting or help you rewind. It can also trigger emotional responses and release memories. Keep a journal of thoughts and feelings that can help you reduce stress and anxiety, a safe space to clarify your thoughts and emotions, which is akin to making a list of things that you're grateful for and will help you become more aware of the things you treasure and appreciate in life, which is akin to learn to appreciate the small stuff and don't take things for granted. So to me, I mean, there's 3 of those. A gratitude list kind of thing
Yeah.
makes sense to me. Surround yourself with positive people who will light you up and help you see the bright side. And catch up with a good friend. Sharing with a friend can help reduce emotional impact and can lead to new ideas and perspective on life. Like that. And then here we've got plan a date with yourself.
Like that one.
Or the positive affirmations of you're doing great or something similar. And reflect on your accomplishments and acknowledge how far you've come. All right, so that's like similar to the you're doing great celebration. I'm putting these 2 together. And decluttering your workspace, making space for your life that you want to have. That's a big one.
Yeah.
All right, so of the ones I just read, feel free to share. I know you've kind of been doing it as I've been saying.
All right, I'm seeing planning a date with yourself.
All right, planning a date with ourselves. Now, I guess you could do the date on any day.
Mm-hmm. But
when should we plan the date?
Yeah.
Do we want to plan the dates?
I mean, maybe is a weekend a good time to plan a date for yourself? Because
Yeah, maybe you have a little more time to yourself.
Then you have the
So we can put that on the Saturday?
maybe a Friday or a Saturday or Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, I'm seeing love for Sundays right now.
Yeah,
Sunday's a good day because that also you got maybe less to do that day. So we're gonna say plan a date this week for me, myself, and I. Right?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be on Sunday. Here, gotta use an ampersand instead. That's called an ampersand for those of you who are curious.
Nice.
Sunday, plan a date this week for me, myself, and I. So on Sunday, we're going to remind you all to plan a date for yourself. You're going to take your dog to the dog park. You're going to go to the nature park yourself. You're going to give yourself a self-care spa day and just wear a nice face mask and put some cucumbers on your eyes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, we could share this schedule. Maybe I'll make a little bit better looking version of the schedule to share.
So I'm seeing love also for the reminder to give yourself time to grow and don't stress about the things you can't control.
Bless you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, maybe then to give yourself time to grow. That sounds like constructive rest to me.
Yeah.
That sounds like being deliberately restful. So if Sunday I'm planning a date for myself, I'm gonna put this like in the middle of the week. I think I need a break in the middle of the week, like on Wednesday or Thursday for productive rest, right? Because the weekend is gonna give us a little organic rest on its own.
Yeah.
But maybe if I put that on Wednesday.
It's give yourself time to grow or to what's the word?
Refill the well.
Yeah, refill the well, or
This is a deliberate rest. This is a deliberate rest.
Recover, rejuvenate, recharge. Yeah,
recovery. Yeah, exactly. A recalibration day. Okay, and that's gonna look different for all of us. Some of us are gonna want to read a book all day. Some of us are gonna go lay on the beach. Some of us are gonna go and maybe that's a constructive rest. Is I want to separate cleaning and self that kind of self care.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just we got this one here. Celebration. Let's do a affirmation celebration. Uh-oh.
Oh, berry.
Look at all these berries.
Berry.
Oh, berries. Oh, it's so tart. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
Barry Zeus.
Thank you for the gift sub group hug. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
If you got one of those gifted subs from Barry, please be sure to thank them and check out our starter kit.
Those berries are like raspberries, and I love them. Thank you. Appreciate you, Barry Zeus. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. If you got a gift sub from Barry, please be sure to thank them. So I see that you're doing great, and reflect on the accomplishments and acknowledge how far you've come.
Yeah. So maybe
we need a celebration affirmation day.
Celebrate your wins. Big and small.
Is that a good thing for Friday?
Maybe that's a good thing for the end of the week.
Or do we want it at the beginning of the week?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of love for Friday for that one.
Okay.
All right. Affirmation celebration.
Yeah.
I know what that means, right? That's me saying, you know what? I did it. To call out, to name, like, what is the goal that you did, that you accomplished in the last week, or something that was very, very useful for you. I see my poor moderators with the spam message. Thanks, mods.
Thank you, mods.
Thank you, lieutenants.
Appreciate you.
And thank all of you for not copy and pasting the same message into chat.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's considered spam, and we're going to unsubscribe from spam. We unsubscribe from spam. All right. Here's these ones we have 3 cards about, and we already have our moment of gratitude. This one says keep a journal of thoughts and feelings. This one is making a list of things that we're grateful for. And this is learning to appreciate the small stuff. So I would like to make a one of these items on the list.
Maybe a Monday.
Like a list. Monday could be good.
Monday.
Start the week off.
Yeah, with a gratitude.
Okay.
Moments of gratitude, or.
I like that. I like. Yeah, I think. Do we want to? I mean.
Monday is good.
Monday's good. Okay. Here I'm gonna start small and work our way up. Appreciation for Monday is nice. If you find yourself getting into the flow of it, maybe, and you're really enjoying the spending a Monday being grateful, I would also challenge you to see if you can't just drop one moment of gratitude in each of these days. That would be my goal of how to grow it. Give yourself time to grow. Okay, so list, gratitude list. Maybe with this one, I'm going to define gratitude list. Let's practice that stream of consciousness journaling. So if other people want to like let this evolve into a journal, you can. But let's say on Monday, we'll write down one thing we're grateful for.
Or 5.
Or
5.
But what I'm getting at is if you've never done this before, right? On Mondays, write down a single thing you're grateful for. And after you've done that for a week, write down 2 things. The next week, write down 3 things. And then see if you can get into just writing a long, ongoing list. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you want to get into a journal and explain why you're grateful for your pillow and why you're grateful for your uncle and why you're grateful for all these things, you can let that evolve into the journal. But let's start small with it.
Okay, fine.
Amelia wants 5 things out of you. I just want the 1. All right. Here's one. Surround yourself with positive people who light you up. And sharing with a friend can help reduce emotional impact and lead to new things. That's feeling like Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's feeling like a Tuesday.
That's it, because we can all be each other's kind of training wheels to that. You know, we can do the digital version together, and then we can remind each other together if we would like to reach out to a friend or set something else out for the week. So, and then that's kind of the opposite of the Sunday one, right? The Sundays, I'm going to plan something for myself this week.
Yeah.
And on Tuesday, let's plan a social thing, you know? Maybe we can organize a group of friends who are going to play a game together all online, and you set that up.
Or reach out to someone who you want to reconnect with, or like make that a day where you call your friend, or you call your family, or you call someone, whoever.
I'm going to call this check in with friends and family.
Yeah. Check in with the people who lift you up.
All right, that's nice. That's nice. Because you'll be amazed how, like, talking to your old roommate or whatever, or a friend from afar, just checking back in with people will go a long way to make us feel with people. All right, what else?
All right, we got 2 more days we need. We have a Thursday and a Saturday.
All right.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
I was thinking one could be the, like, tidying your space or cleaning your space. Yeah.
Yes, I think that there could be one that's good for
resetting your space.
Reset, clean up. How do you want to phrase that one, friends? Because for me, it's the little tiny baby moment. I think Jonathan Van Ness has helped me a lot by saying to just take a tiny little baby moment to take care of myself.
Tidy your view.
Tidy up. People like that for Saturday.
Declutter. Yeah.
Make your space work for you. Improving at least something in your space. Saturday. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. All right, let's see.
De-chaos.
Um,
Tidying your space.
Let's call it beautify.
Yeah.
Beautify.
Your space.
My space.
My space.
Our space. Just whatever that means to you. That could be your desk. Could be your little desktop. It could be your closet. It could be you pick a certain space to beautify.
Also, if you want to make your own version of this and switch things around, you are more than welcome.
This is just an idea.
This is not set in stone, but this is a launching point.
Yeah.
All right, Thursday.
I love it. Thursday. Now we need something on Thursday. So what area of this have we not
maybe
covered?
something, some kind of physical thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I think that for me, the way that I practice self-care the most is by going to exercise classes, but getting out, like going on a little stroll or just making sure you're moving your body, because when you move your body, you can release endorphins, which makes you feel better about yourself and happy.
Yeah, I'm putting fresh air and movement. Your Dechart gains.
Yeah, touch
grass. Get yourself outside. Do a thing on a Thursday that lets you just be mindful of the physical form that you have, to give ourselves some stretching, to give ourselves some walk, get our heart rate up a little bit. I see some call for these cards. Yes, we can definitely bring these cards up again.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I'm going to put them this way, the ones we know we've done. Okay. And reach out and touch grass. With or without ditto. I got a shout out real quick also to Bet G, who sent along some little dittos in the mail. I want to just confirm that they have arrived. Eliza Frant.
Thank you
for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you,
very
Eliza.
much.
Thank you for showing some love on our channel. Thank you for the good vibes. If you got one of those gifted subs from Eliza, please be sure to thank them and check out the starter kit. This will show you the way around the channel. Bripa. So here it is.
Bring it back up, yeah.
You can take a screenshot of it if you like, but I can also make up maybe I'll make a little bit of a prettier one in Photoshop. I'll give it a little bit of a shape.
All right.
Read through them, babe. What's the news?
So Tuesdays, check in with friends and family who lift us up.
Nice.
Done. Check.
Done.
Did it already. Wednesdays, constructive rest, time to grow, refill your well. Thursdays, fresh air and movement. Friday, affirmations celebration. You did it. Taking those moments to have our
to do something you really enjoy because you did it.
Saturday, beautify your space, maybe declutter, do some little dusting, whatever makes you feel good in your space. Sunday, plan a date for yourself, yourself, and you. And Monday, start with a gratitude list or journal.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will say also that it's an interesting thing that happens. I'm not going to call anybody out in particular, but a lot of times everybody does this. I do this. I read through these things, and the first thing that pops into my mind is a reason why I can't. So I want to just throw out there that if you're someone who reads any one of these things and you go, I can't, I have terrible handwriting, I can't write a list of things I'm grateful for, right? Or my room's too much of a mess, I can't deal with it, or it's too hot outside, I can't get fresh air. See if you can use your creative big brain, your primate mind, to figure out a way that you can do it. Because I do believe that all of these things are doable, and I do believe all these things are doable week after week.
Yeah.
So just want to throw that out there, that if you catch yourself with resistance to any of this stuff, there's a way for you to be creative and be a deviant and work your way around it. So, for instance, if it's incredibly hot outside, you can still do some stretching, right? Do some gentle neck rolls. In fact, when it's really, really hot, your body's more primed to be doing some stretching.
Yeah.
You're nice and relaxed. No, we're not live every day, but we stream 4 and sometimes more times a week. And here's our upcoming schedule.
Yeah, our next stream will be on Friday. We're playing Overwatch 2 with our subscribers. On Saturday, we're playing Alan Wake Remastered, and on Sunday, we're beginning The Expanse, which is a new Telltale series, a branching narrative game about space.
Ooh-wee. And team, let me tell you something new. Andy Sorrell out there gifted a prize, a little Theo prize to round us out here.
Nice.
So if you'd like to enter to win, just type a thing in the chat. We're gonna gift a little Theo sticker to send on his way. To send you all some love.
GG Nick D, how you
GG
doing?
Nick D, what's up, man? Hey, give me 8 seconds. I'm gonna pull a prize winner, and then we'll see what's going on with GG Nick D.
Hi, Nick. Can everybody say hi, Nick?
Hi, Nick.
We love Nick. Nick is our manager and our good friend, and I just love you. I just love you.
We love you,
love you
Nick.
so much.
I'm sorry, Nick. She just does that sometimes. You know I have no control to stop that, Nick. I'm sorry, man. Send help.
I can't.
Nick, you know how you can help me, Nick? Get me out of here, bro. All right, I got a winner. Enough people got to type in the chat. Here we go. I am a B, 1, 2, 3.
I am a B.
Congratulations, I am a B, 1, 2, 3, and Andy Sorrell. Thank you for the gifted prize.
Thank you.
Check out your whispers, upper right-hand corner of Twitch. And if you would like, you can order these while they last, Theo stickers.
Theo
for
Puffs.
The Theo Puffs for the people of the town. So what's going on with GG Nick D? Is he
All right.
punning us?
I don't know.
Are you going to punt on us, Nick?
Nick said, I know some,
She's doing it again.
he said, I'm going to tell you something new. Let me scroll. Nick, tell us again.
You can type /user GG Nick D. Space.
GG. What have you said to us? Do I press enter?
Believe it or not, that is necessary to issue a command on the computer. Now click on his messages. Right there. Nick, you've made over 999 messages in our chat.
Okay, he says, hey, Bri, let me tell you something new.
Yeah. She's doing it again. Duh. Now, Nick, we're just waiting with bated breath, man. It's time for the raid, dude. You gotta tell me something new. And we're gonna raid. It's in the upper right-hand corner.
I don't see it.
You gotta move that window.
I've never done that before.
Obviously.
Okay. Nick says, what's orange and sounds like a parrot?
What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot? Carrot? That's it? Can you use some emotes to show how you feel?
I was gonna get real into it. I was like, okay, orange and sounds like a parrot, so probably a little annoying. And something that's is it like a squeaky ball or something like that? But no.
For 2 hours, Nick, we were building up this great flow, and then you show up with a carrot pun? We've been putting in some time, dude. Look, man. Oh. Let's call Nick. It's time to talk to Nick real quick. Let's see how he's doing.
Nick has a job.
GG
Brian.
Nick D. Yeah, Nick, don't you have a job, dude?
No, don't call me.
I'm calling you. We're all calling him.
He's doing things.
Nick. There he
Leave me
is.
alone, he said.
GG Nick D. Yeah, here we go.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Nick. I'd like you to apologize to the class for your carrot pun.
I am so sorry, everybody.
Nick, we love you, Nick.
We love you,
Put me on
Nick.
the spot.
It put you on the spot.
Looking for a good one.
You had to use a backup pun.
I did.
Those carrots were leftovers. Somebody just gave it. Doctor Who just gave a gift sub to Carrot, Nick. All right. Well, we love you, and one of our
I love you. Bye.
bye. One of our ways we're practicing self-care is by being gentle with ourselves and gentle with our Nick. We have to be gentle with our Nick. Sometimes he has great puns.
He does.
Other times his puns are duds.
But that's kind of the thing about a pun, right? Like
Yeah.
some puns just don't quite hit it, and that other puns do, and that's what makes the special pun special.
Yeah. No, we genuinely love Nick. Nick is probably like one of the main reasons. What is that? Get that out of here. Ban him. Okay, I take it all back. We don't love Nick. I was about to say Nick is one of the reasons this whole show's still on the road, team. We'd have been packed up in a little carny van years ago if it wasn't for Nick. Neon Rain, thank you for the gift sub to Carrot Top Gamer. I don't even know what to do. Oh man. Yes, travel the world. All right, so here we have some Ditto. I want to say real quick, thank you, Bet G.
Yes.
For this cute little pixely Ditto. A little Ditto keychain. Look, he's a little crystally shiny Ditto.
Ditto.
Living his best life. But wait, a Ditto sticker and a little Ditto eraser?
That's an eraser?
I think so. Or just a little Ditto figure.
Dude.
He's so cute. A Witch Ditto card, which is something I didn't know I needed, who has Stay Spooky as its attack. Those are called adoptable Dittos. Adorable. And then these are 2 cards from UK Fangirl Jade who wanted to send them along. There's a Chansey
Nice.
and a Blissey. And I just want to shout out to Doctor who also, I'm sorry, Bet G. Bet G. I'm looking at all these UK snacks, and I'm just thinking of the pictures of you all hanging out together. It just makes me so happy.
Sweet, so
they all met
sweet.
up. They met up at the convention, and they sent us a batch of UK snacks. Like, apparently penguins are the UK equivalent of a Tim Tam, and I can confirm that they are also illegal, and I should not be allowed to have them. The Magic Stars, as you can see, we've also made a dent in. Much of this has been already eaten, and I've only had the package for a few hours. This is some Pokemon cards, but I'm gonna not open this part, Bet G, until we do a little Pokemon bonus stream, because I got some other packs
Nice.
that we can all open up together.
Nice.
But a big thank you to everybody who participated in this stream today and helped us come up with. We did it. We accomplished our goal.
We did.
So we should celebrate.
Yeah.
Celebrate with a cat treat for everyone. Everyone, get yourself a treat. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Do one of these. The international symbol of yay, I'm winning in an old-timey way. Big thank you to everybody. Pat yourself on the back because you spent some time taking care of yourself today. Just joining this stream, you accomplished a little bit of self-care. So we hope that will continue to grow for you and become easier and easier. The penguin bars have jokes on them. Oh, that's exciting. Would have never noticed the rate I was eating them. Barry Zeus, thank you so much for the gift sub to Mayako.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate you. And let's check in with our mods and see about what we're going to do for a raid. And then our next stream will be on Friday when we're playing some Overwatch with subscribers. And if you would like to turn your notifications on, sometimes we do bonus streams inside the week where we go live at unusual times.
So, as we round out today's stream, would you please type something into the chat for me, something that you took away from today's stream, maybe a certain thing that you want to do to be able to take care of yourself or to give yourself some extra love? What's one thing especially that stuck out to you?
I'm into it. Give us the tops, the MVP.
Give us your favorite moment. Just start self-affirmations, plan a date with yourself. You're considering journaling again,
Nice.
decluttering and cleaning your space, getting outside. We are avocados, so we need time to grow.
Yeah, we need avocado time.
Intentional rest. Not be so hard on yourself. Dedicating time to rest. Being kind to yourself. Not stressing over the things we can't control. A gratitude list. Planning a date with yourself.
Fresh
patting
air.
yourself on the back. Avocado time. Coming up with good puns.
There you go. There you go. Deliberate rest. Yeah. Intentional rest.
Nice.
Which can also, just really give yourself time for yourself, I guess is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's about taking some time for yourself because you are as important, if not more important, than everyone else in your life. I really believe that's true. Like, if we don't put ourselves as number one, we can't be very helpful to the people that we want to help and the people we care about.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's literally like having, we are a glass, but if there's a bunch of holes in the glass, then every time you fill it up, then everything's gonna fall through, drip out. So I have to make sure that we are taking care of our glass, our vessel, our bodies, ourselves, so that way we're not constantly dripping out all the good things that we're putting in, the hydration that we need, that we're taking care of our vessel and that we're putting good things in.
I am about it. I'm about it. Living our best lives, as I've heard it said. So I have a
people
poll.
asking about my necklace. I just wanted to share. It's a little crystal and an A for my name. I got it as a gift many years ago.
Nice. Where shall we raid, friends? Where shall we raid? Type a 1 in the chat if you'd like some stray, as in stray cat. Number 2 for some cross stitching, and number 3 for some Animal Crossing New Horizons. Where are you gonna go? And for anyone who's curious, yes, if you'd like to take a screenshot of the poll, let me hide it here. Of this, you can. But I will also make up another little draft, a little schedule of this that I can share on social media, and I'll share it with you all on our next Tuesday stream.
Nice.
When we go forth into our lives, and perhaps the next one we're gonna talk. I think we're gonna have a special guest on the next stream or two.
Yeah.
For Good Mammal.
Yeah.
Is the ID. Alrighty, there it is.
All right, what are you in the mood for?
Looks like Stray might win.
Cross stitching, Animal Crossing. I'm seeing lots of actually Stray, Animal Cross Stitch, animals and crossing things.
So gonna be Stray. It's gonna be Stray.
Nice.
No matter what.
I love that game.
Beautiful. All right, this is ShanXOX. So let's go show some love on their channel. And big thank you to everybody that spent their time with us today. Thank you for hanging out.
Yes.
And thank you for looking out for your own self. Because you are number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this is great. I'm really enjoying this. And if these streams are useful to you, we also have all of our streams are stay up for 60 days. And I think this is like Good Mammal stream number 5. So
wow.
I think they should all still be up there on twitch.tv/DechartGames/videos or the videos tab down below.
Yeah.
You'll find the ones that are organized into just chatting. Mm-hmm. This is number 7. Oh, wow. So we've almost been doing this for 2 months.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
All right, friends, let's do the thing. My name is Brian.
My name's Amelia.
And this is our Twitch. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to have fun on the raid. Yes, I will look into what we're going to do with it for YouTube. I'll keep you posted. And Miss Okami, thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
Thanks, Miss Okami.
Miss Okami. We appreciate you. This is the international symbol for Miss Okami. Oh, thank you. All right, friends, let's get going on this raid.
We'll see you Friday.
We'll see you Friday, if not sooner. Make sure to have your notifications turned on. And thank you, everybody, for those beautiful, beautiful follows. Here we go on the raid in 3, 2, 1.